What's up, everybody? Justin Hayes here from superhumanpursuits.com. We are on video number 5 of the crash course in functional training, or what I like to think of as just a guide to proper training and taking care of yourself. In the last couple of sections, I've been talking about movement, went over mobility, which is the ability to produce a range of motion, and stability now is what we're going to dive into, and that is the ability to control that range of motion. Now, I've written 3 things here, and these are very basic instrumental things needed to establish stability. The first one here is static to dynamic. What I'm trying to say here is that you have to be able to stabilize something in a static position before you would want to stabilize through a dynamic position or before you start moving. Now, static stability, what's an example? If I were to do a plank, and if you're familiar with the plank exercise, I've got my elbows on the floor and I'm stabilizing my shoulders. I'm statically stabilizing my shoulders in that position. Now, if I were to go into a push-up from there, I am no longer static in that realm. I am stabilizing my shoulders, but I'm also moving through a range of motion. Thus, that is dynamic stability. Exercise tempo. So when you are looking to establish stability, we're not trying to do quick, jerky movements. We're looking for complete control of the exercise. So any stability-based work you're doing, the tempo of the exercise will be slower. So the eccentric and concentric phases of the exercise, when I'm pushing, pulling, you're looking for ratios that are 3 seconds down, 3 seconds up, just very controlled and stabilizing tempos. Also lumped into this is the idea that establishing stability also can be done through isometric work, and that is just holds, simple holds. Once again, going back to the example of the plank, that would be a good demo of an isometric exercise, holding a plank for 30 seconds. Postural progressions, this is the kind of the money maker of stability. And I don't want to dive too deep into this because this subject could be a crash course in and of itself. But the idea is that you must be able to stabilize. Let's use your core for an example. I need to stabilize my core on my back in a supine position or prone on my stomach and move my legs independently of that core right there. Then that would tell me if I were able to stabilize, I would progress and try to attempt stabilization in a quadruped or quadruped position. Then on to kneeling, on to unilateral, which is a single leg, and then to bilateral. And now that, as you can see, I've written static and dynamic and exercise tempo, arrows drawing back to postural progressions. That because at each level inside these postural progressions, using these techniques, static before dynamic and slower controlled exercise tempos, is of the utmost importance. That is a roundabout, simplified overview of stability. If you have any questions or want anything expanded further upon, please feel free to email me, Justin@superhumanpursuits.com. Look forward to hearing you, and I'll see you in the next video.